2 for what ought to be an extravaganza of excitement and action. Let's head to the start line and get underway.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my Formula 1 career mode. Starting off obviously in Formula 2, and the aim is to get to Formula 1. I'm Jack TM53 Synopsis, and here we are for round 5 of the Formula 2 2021 Championship before we go into the 22 cars hopefully next season. We're at Monza, the Carnival of Speed. It's going to be a fascinating race, and I imagine it's going to be full of DRS trains, to be honest with you. But after the last round, we've got to hope that we can have a steady weekend. There we are, with 15 points clear in the Drivers' Championship. We were 27 points clear going into Silverstone, but obviously the races that we ended up going into transpired to be a lot different than what we were hoping for. But for Monza, we did get pole position again, so that's another pole position to add under our belt. So we'll start P10 for the sprint race on the medium compound tyres. We're expecting rain right at the end of the race, but that's probably not going to affect anything really, so we don't have to worry about pitting, I don't believe. But it will be something for us to just make sure that we're not falling all off the track at that point. I will say that I've been struggling on the medium tyres for consistency. Speed's fine, but there's a couple of corners around this track such as Parabolica, Lesmo 2 and the exit of the Ascari chicane where I have been struggling, so that might be something we'll be needing hopefully not too many flashbacks for, as I'm trying to limit how many I use, which I'm going to start doing properly in the next season's campaign. Whether we're at F2 or F1 we'll soon find out, but let's see how we get on. Enough talking, and hopefully we can pull something out the bag.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if we can to make sure the engagement is okay before the start.
So yeah, Formula 2 round 5 at Monza. Our nearest championship rival, that's obviously Verschoor, or rivals rather, not Bushung rather, Verschoor and Bobby Schwartzman. They both qualified, I think, outside the top 10. Yeah, I'm right, Bobby Schwartzman 13th and Verschoor's all the way down in 19th, so not ideal for them two. So we've got to take advantage of that. Tictum's still inside the top 10. I think he's in 7th or 6th. I didn't quite see as it went past. So I still got to keep an eye on Mr. TikTok himself. But this isn't going to be an easy race around Monza. As I mentioned before, I am struggling around a couple of corners even though I got pole. Coming up to one of those corners now. Come through Lesmo 1. And fine through Lesmo 1, I've just got to be wary running wide there, to be honest. But it's Lesmo 2 on the exit. 4th gear in this car does certainly have a tendency to be right at the top of the rev range through there. Bit more torque's pulling me through, and that's putting me into the wall as it has done a few times. So I've got to avoid that. That's important, as I nearly missed my braking zone with Daruvula, who's starting P2. It's his best qualifying all season, the Indian driver. Don't know if he's ever going to make it to F1, Daruvula. I know he's in F2 this year again, but not sure if he's going to be quick enough. I think he is part of the Red Bull program, isn't he? Let's just double check. Yeah, he is. Probably not going to make it, but does seem like he could be a good driver, maybe in a different series. But yeah, Parabolica, I'm struggling as well. But we're coming up to the end of the formation lap. See how we get on, and how many flashbacks are we going to need for this one, I wonder. Not great, but it'll do.
Now we need to make sure we get a great launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid.
This is me you're talking to, Mark. I'm well renowned in this game for not getting good starts. A bit of wheel spin, but luckily everyone else around me has been quite rubbish. There's all sorts of cars going to the right hand side. Even Deruval has decided to come over. Hello! Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see my game just freeze in front of me? Just watching this back. No, it's exceptionally seamless on the replay, but my game froze on the way down. I don't want to take advantage of the fact that I barnstormed my way down, so we're going to come back to this point and we'll go again, because the game just froze on me as I was coming down towards turn 1. Just going to sneak it up the inside, keep it as clean as I can. There's a couple of cars next to me. Got a warning for that. We're still P10, but we're side by side with Fittipaldi. He's lost a couple of spots at the start. Whoa, what room do you want to give me? Grandson of an F1 champion, knows how to fight. Oh, that had to go round. Oh, and that's dropped me right down, that has. That's down to 15th. Oh, there's an AI trying to come up my inside through Lesmo 1. That's poor Share. He's still there. This is not gone well. So, poor Share thinks, yeah, I can go through here. And he breaks his part of his front wing doing that. And then, yeah, let's just settle it down now. Okay, so I don't think I actually broke my front wing when I crashed then, but not to worry, we'll carry on. We've lost 5 spaces at the start thanks to that sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, conveyor belt of braking. I just got caught up in it, so I've got to try and fight back to the top 10 now. That's not good. Apologies as well if you can hear any background noise. I've got my fans on in the living room. Fans plural. It is exceptionally warm today. It's lovely out, but inside the houses it's pretty sweltering, so just keeping myself cool. Oh, as Armstrong and the Red Bull reject fight into turn 1, there's all sorts of chaos going on in front of us. Oh, Bent was a little bit slow. I'll take that position. Am I clear of him? Oh, I had to edge him out a bit. There's a car in the pits already. Not sure who that is, but unlucky. Armstrong's a bit slow. Flesmo too. He's got the slipstream from Piastri, but I'm alongside. Now I've got the slipstream. Last the late breakers this one. Oh yes! I'll take that position. Thank you very much. Our problem is DRS is going to become sort of the Armstrong's coming back at us. Braked as late as I dared then to not go miles past the apex. Joe set the fastest lap of the race. Ugh. I don't know who that is who's right at the back. They're just coming down and straight towards Ascari rather. Oh, Piastri. Oh, all over the back of the reject. We're going to try and send it into turn 1. I think he's wise to it. Well, I thought he was. That's another place. The AI seem a little bit slow off Lesmo too. I'm a little bit slow out of Ascari, that's not going to help. Piastri's lost the DRS. As it stands, he might do actually completely, so he's going to be susceptible to Armstrong. Well, that was slow from the reject, I've got to say. Side by side, I'm just trying to nick his toe, to be honest. I can't squeeze him any more than what I am doing. Otherwise I'll end up in a massive accident. Oh, I wasn't planning on trying to overtake him. How on earth have we got away with that? Oh, that's P10, we're back in the points. I wasn't intending to overtake, I was just trying to make sure I stopped the racist from getting back around the outside on me. Now we're up to P10. I'm a bit slow through the second chicane. Oh, that was clumsy. I won't have DRS on Fittipaldi, so should be far enough ahead of Lawson, which I am. Joe has gone crack-a-lacking away at the front. He is flying in the lead in that Virtuosi car. I'm not close enough for DRS again. There's a massive train of cars. They're all looking a bit slow. I've got to say, they're all looking a bit slow. Someone's got a problem in that train that's backing everybody up. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's the car that's in third at the minute. They've all got DRS. There's nothing I can do. Lawson's too far back. Whoa, again, had to... like a traffic jam. Like a traffic jam, everyone basically stopped. It's the car who's in third, who's battling for third at the minute, it's holding everybody up. This is giving us great chances to pick off a few cars. I think it's the car now in fourth. I think, yeah, Tickdum's got clear, so it's Sato's got a problem. And everyone is just stuck behind. Problem is, I'm not going to be able to make this one stick. I don't think. Although I did somehow. So ignore me. Oh, Lundgaard. Actually turned that into an opportunity to go past Asani. I'd watch out, Lundgaard, you don't know, he might think there's a sausage curb nearby and send you off into it. Asani was too slow off that corner. Prime position with DRS to go past him. But I'm not going to be able to clear him because I'm going to hit the back of Lundgaard. And look at Asani going for it as well. Asani gets a good exit. Lundgaard can't hold me off. That's a place. Whoa. That'll do. So was it Nissani that was actually the slow car? I think it was, because he's fallen away already. He will have DRS this time. I think it was Nissani that was the cork in the bottle. So we're up to 6th now. been a good recovery despite the turn 1 antics. Joe's won this. Look at him, he's going round Parabolica, and it's unbelievable, his gap. Just got to press on. Whew. Big battle for third. Sato trying it on Ticton. Lissani's still holding up that whole group behind us, which is good, so no pressure from behind. And concentrate on trying to catch this trio. I think Lundgaard's through, yes he is. Whoa. Sweating now. If I wasn't sweating before, I am after that. That was a massive snap. An engineer literally just came on the radio to say grip levels are expected to fall away. Well, that's an evident example there. Take a deep breath. Well, that trio are now slipstreaming one another, and I've lost a bit too much time, to be brutally honest. If I keep making mistakes like that, I'm not going to catch them. Let's have a look at that tyre wear, actually. Yeah. And they're going for it down the straight in towards turn 1 by the looks of it. Don't know who's who. Well, I was over 2.2 behind him, now 1.5. It's a yellow. Don't tell me Joe's retiring from the lead. Oh my god, he is as well, I think. Oh, that is heartbreak. That is heartbreak for Joe. He was so far clear. He'd absolutely bossed it. Poor guy. He is out of the race after being a country mile clear. And that's Beckman's teammate, who I can't quite remember who it is, who's in P1. And he's got a nice little buffer. Whew, that's now a battle for second in front of me. That's a bit nicer through there. Gap's a second-ish. I'm just setting the fastest lap of the race. Here they go, slipstreaming all the way down. Sato is in front of Ticton. Wow, I've now joined the party. Dun, 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 dun. Celebrate good times, Beckman. Dun, 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 dun. Beckman a little bit wide. Ticton tried it on Sato, it was just absolutely delayed us all. Oh yes! Oh, it was too easy. Boschung is 2.2 clear. I don't think we're going to catch him. But Sato has to be the prime target. We've got to get P2 now. We've got to try for it anyway. Those clouds are coming in. It did say it was going to rain right at the end of the session. I don't think it's going to impact too much now. Sato was too slow. That's a corner cut. But we're through. Up to P2. I'm not going to drop Sato before the DRS comes, so he's going to come back at me a little bit. Another new fastest lap. With the benefit of DRS at a corner cut, I've got to say.
13.5 seconds.
Just looking back through the field on the track map, Deleda is my good teammate Alessio is not last. He's not even comfortably near the back either. At his home Grand Prix, he's putting a show on. Big twitch. I think Boschung's got this. Which, to be fair to him, he's inherited a victory that was most certainly going to be Zhou's. But he's still driven well. Oh, you, what a Benny. Oh, well, now I've really got to make sure I don't bloody get caught by Tickdom. What a complete and utter anus. Honestly, how have I done that? Look how much time we gained on Boschung right at the end. But it's only going to be enough for third, second on track. But not bad.
Yes, come on the podium.
Thanks, Mark. You're more enthusiastic than I am about it. That might be because of the fact that we finished P3. Should be able to talk English. Driver of the day, though, that's what it's all about. Who needs points when you can have driver of the day?
Brilliant performance. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
Zhou retiring. That was the key to Boschung winning that one. But, you know, not bitter.
A great deal of time thinking about ways and tire strategy, what has occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
But yeah, P3, not P2, a little bit annoying. You know, admittedly, should have been P2, but hey, we're all prone to mistakes, even if they do happen to me quite frequently when it comes to track limits. Some terrible haircuts over there, cried. And this glitch still going on, this sort of, if you've got epilepsy, put it that way, it's not good for you at all. Crikey, not good at all. Let's have a look at the XP then. Oi, we're up to level 21. I can have some inside of the Halo art, which means something to someone somewhere. And then we don't get any rewards for a while after that because we're on the peasant tier.
After this round of the World Championship,
But P3 with fastest lap, none of my rivals, apart from Tickdom, in the top 10. Bobby Schwartzman down in 14th. That's where we're at the minute. 27 points clear of Bobby Schwartzman. Vashaw is still in third with 35 back. TikTok is 4th, 36 behind, and Sato's 49 back, so quite far away. We still lead the team standings somehow by a point. Dams haven't scored anything this season, which I find quite sad actually, because Dams are historically a very good team, and Armstrong, I always thought Armstrong was a better driver than that. Nissani, enough said. Let's have a look at these highlights though while I have a little breather. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, got away at the start, pretty average start, but you know, everyone else's, they were a little bit bottlenecked, and then all of that chaos. We had the frozen screen going into turn 1. I dived up the inside of a few as a result of that. And then look, yeah, free. I thought it was free wide. That's the racist trying to go up the inside of everybody like an absolute idiot. And then this was the reason why I ended up where I was. Just caught out on the brakes. Actually, fair play to Fittipaldi. They made that move stick. I had to jump over the curb. That's the legal line you've got to take round there. And then Porsche tried to have a go at me at the inside. Oh, so it's Samaya who is right down the back of the field. This is us come through Lesmo 1. Oh yeah, that big moment. Don't know how I kept hold of it. That was a big slide, that one. But I just knew I had the pace on the three in front of me because they were fighting so hard. That was the aftermath of the other big slide I had coming out of Parabolica. Then the overtake started after, so Lungard was just really slow out of Parabolica. I got the line right. There we go, cut on the inside and just clean through. Sorry, past Beckman rather. At that point Joe was already out, and then DRS on Tickdom. He had DRS, but it wasn't going to be enough. I had so much more momentum and then just slotted it down the inside. A bit later on the brakes. Over the curb. I've got a scuffed nose on my front wing. I did not see that. Huh. And lap 11, crosses the line, P2 down to P3 because of the penalty, but that's okay. We're still on the podium. We've still gained some good points and fastest lap points as well. And our fastest lap was 3 tenths quicker than Sato, so that's pretty decent. A couple of drivers in the 32s, a lot in the 33s. Where did who was dead slow holding everybody up before? Oh, Nissani finished 17th with his problem. Oh dear. I feel sorry for Joe. He bossed that race. That should have been his, but he started third and was first before the first chicane. That's how good his launch was. But we'll move along. Supposed to be interesting weather conditions for the feature race. We've got, according to the approximate calculations, supposed to have rain. Now we know what happened last time when we had rain. Didn't come.
Hello and welcome back to a classic circuit, familiar to fans the world over.
I don't get Monza round 5 dash Monza.
Cars ready to go. Certainly the fans are ready for some action. We're all set. So let's get
I feel like that's an error on the typing part. I feel like that's something's quite wrong there. We've seen that already.
Well then, after an exciting session yesterday,
it was an exciting session yesterday, Alex, thank you. P1 in front of the Ruvelos.
Looking down the rest of the grid we have.
This was a nice qualifying lap, to be fair.
Marino Sato and
Sato, it's his 5th, TikTok 6th.
Nissan, Ralph Boschung.
Ralph Boschung. Boschung sounds like a power drill. Oh, you got your Boschung for that? Maybe it's just me.
And Ben Fiscal.
Drugovic, Viscal, Vishaw, right the way down in 19th.
And Alessio Zaletta rounds
Oh, Alessio's.
lights out just
That's actually his most
moments away.
competitive qualifying all season, actually, to be fair. Not going to criticise him for that one. Apart from the fact that he's slow.
For serious contact and incidents, especially on the opening lap. What are your thoughts on that, Dan?
Yes, this chicane is a tricky one. A lot of time you see the more experienced driver.
Chicane is a tricky one.
Safe as everyone tries to squeeze
There we
into
are.
the
We're on
racing
the
line after
iPad
the
again.
opening straight.
Looking at car parts. But yeah, P1 on the front row. Rain right at the end of the session, so it's not going to make a difference, I don't think. Medium to softs, I reckon that's the best strategy, to be honest with you. So we're nice and light at the end of the race. And everybody else is doing the same thing. Lovely jabbly. So, we don't have to worry about the offsetting performance in terms of tyres at the start, so that's good. But we do have to consider being able to get off the line, because that'll be vital, obviously. But enough talking, let's crack on with it, eh?
Clutch bike is good. Gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap, please.
Do 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 diddly down 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 do 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 Daruba la 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 diddly 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 do Daruba do 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 Daruba la do 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 va la Daruba la la do 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 do.
No rain expected. No rain
Ah, I'm not doing that anymore. So start first, round Monza. I've got to say, pretty pleased with that. Oh, I'm not even going full throttle though, no. That's how slow this formation lap is at the minute. Expected to pit lap 9. And we've just got to make sure we get a decent launch. Couple of burnouts before we get to this, the grid position. Yes!
Parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the
Trophy time.
as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready
Right.
to clutch.
Watch me bottle this launch now. That wasn't great compared to the Rivola. Oh. Well, that's going to cost me. Tried to be clever, tried to dive one up the inside of him, and it didn't work. And here we are with a slightly broken front wing in P2. Dear oh dear. I've got to say it doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, it's just the end plate that's gone. So despite the fast start from Deruvla, we are right behind him. Whoa, it's got a little bit sideways. Is he going to defend? He's not going to defend. Up to P1. We're 2 seconds clear of Sato and Lundgaard already. Easy exit, that one. The problem is in Formula 2, once you... What I've noticed in this career mode so far is that you can be the quickest car on track by, you know, some margin, or you can crash into the wall like I've just done there.
Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
I am going to flashback for that. But, you know, you can have comfortably the quickest car in the field, but if you get stuck in the DRS train, by the time you clear all of the other cars, the cars that aren't part of that battle, like me and Deruvla for example, are already 3.5 seconds up the road. And that's just because the other cars spend so much time following around in the wake and fighting that there's just no room for getting past. You've got to be ridiculously quicker to get past. Formula 2 in this game suffers kind of like what F1 used to suffer before the new updated regs. Now, admittedly, the new regulations for Formula 1, as we go over the curb, we don't get a warning for that. The new regulations for Formula 1 aren't yet perfect. We are seeing a few DRS trains in the midfield that are struggling to break down, but outside of that, so far so good. On the brakes, I've just clipped the grass. That was a mistake and a half, that one, and that's going to put Deruvla right back into DRS range, which I could do without. Does Deruvla get DRS? I can't tell from here. But he's not gaining on me, so I don't think he did. Or did he? I don't know. So yeah, look, so us two, we're a bit clear. Then there's the fight for third. And then there's another huge... Actually, no, there's a Uni Virtuosi car all on its own, I think, judging by the icon in the bottom left corner. And then there's a huge battle for what could be 7th. This is turning to be, so far, a lovely drive. Someone's pitted. I'm not sure who. It's very early to be pitting. Only got 2 seconds on Darubala now. In fact, Sato's pulled away from Lungard. Which is very interesting. I'll be honest with you, out of all the tracks to have a yellow front wing on, this is probably the best one. Because there's no real corners that I've got to worry too much about. Now 3.2 clear of Darubala. 7 clear of Lungard, who's too busy scrapping with Fittipaldi. This is going well. I think Sato's captured Darubala. So if those two start fighting, that'd be very lovely. Got to get 1.3. Yeah, Sato could climb onto the back of Darubala and start having a nice fight. I'd like that. Tyre we're looking good enough for now. And just to remind myself, we're due in on lap 9. Darubala and Sato are now 1.1. Oh, that is close. And Sato get DRS. He might just do, you know.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Now, do I get a front wing? I've got nearly 5 seconds on Darubala. I think we should. Might set me back, might even put me behind, but I'm confident my pace is quick enough for me to get past both Daruba and Sato. We shouldn't have an issue with Lundgaard and Fittipaldi. I think I'm far enough ahead, and plus they're still too busy fighting. Now that the tyres are going off, in terms of pure grip, I am struggling a little bit in terms of getting the nose turned in. Guan Yu's up to 5th. He's still angry after the sprint race. That's put way too much lock on for that then. Okay, we've got one more lap before we pit. I am pushing, just done a bloody purple sector mark. Sato's actually fallen away from Daruba. Gap's nearly 2 seconds, well it's 1.7 between them. That's not good. Guan Yu, I think, is going to get up to 4th. Yeah, looks like he's got the pace. That's impressive. Okay, we're going to pit this lap. We've got 5.6 on Daruba. We might lose the lead, but I'm confident that I'm going to be quicker than him on the soft tyre. Okay, that was alright. Daruba's carried on. And Sato. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. With a
That was a
nice
long
lap.
pit stop. That was longer than I expected it to be.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll see the penalties and
Okay, I'm now on the soft tyres. There's Guan Yu. I'll try and get some heat into these tyres. At the moment, although they're 70 degrees, that's too, and it's green, that's too cold. So we've got to push now on this, like really got to push. Coming up to temperature now. And Guan Yu is what was that, 4 seconds, and we were 10 seconds clear of Guan Yu, so, or 11 I think it might have been. So it's going to be very close, I think, between us and Aruba Bottoms. Oh, it's a bit wide. Nice early on the throttle. They are coming out of the pits. I think. There he is. It's going to be close with Sato. We are going to get him. But Deruvula, there's a handy little advantage on us. But he's got to get his tyres up to temperature. Oh wait, there's a glitch, isn't there, where the AI have much better tyres coming out of the pits, don't they? Right. I have to try now. I really have to push. The gap is 2 seconds, as near as makes no difference.
Our gap behind is 1.9 seconds.
Ow. Concentrating now. Gap is now nearly less than seconds, and Dali's out. Don't know where he's gone, but he's out of the race. Oh, I think I'm not going to get DRS on Deruvula. Be just outside of it, which I am, but I'm now 9/10. It's less than a second. Guan Yu is catching Sato hand over fist. Why that's just come up. Oh. I mean, I went off track to do it, but There we go, P1 for now. Here comes the overlap. I kinda let him through, to be honest. I felt a bit bad the fact that I ran off the track to overtake him in the first place, so I have to do it all over again. Dear oh dear. That's the first mistake we've made all race, actually. That's because I took too much curb. Ah, pick a lane. Christ. Right, we'll have one lap to do this. Grand news past Sato. I hope he gets a podium, he deserves it.
Okay, this is the final lap of the race.
I've just got to make sure I drive away from him now. Sato and Guan Yu fighting really hard for that last spot on the podium, rather. Oh. Yep, that'll do. Who's going to get third? I've no idea. But we've won. Get in.
Absolutely.
Yes! No time penalties, no issues. That's a win. Bent's got driver of the day. Good for him.
Well, that may not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question that was a critical win.
What do you mean it might not have been the finest race in history? We had a great fight for second, and Guan Yu got third.
What set them apart from the competition here?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races
It
like
was
this
down to
really
strategy.
drive home how much of a
So
team
the team gets the credit because they changed it.
the best use of the tires.
Sure,
That said,
mate.
all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
Let's have a look at this though. Yes, buddy. Let's have a... and Guan Yu on the podium as well, that's great. Apparently he might be in and out for Romeo in 2022. Just saying. That's the rumour. Look how happy I am. And I've got a big smile on my face here right now, to be honest with you. Because that is a victory and fastest lap you know, that's a big haul of points to take into the final 2 rounds of the season. Bam, 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 bam. You've got an extra bonus. That won't be enough to get us up to level 22. Nope.
And now,
But look at that, 27 points,
Ace increases their championship lead. And now,
which is brilliant. Fastest lap of the race by 6 tenths. Tictum was closest in terms of lap time. Bobby Schwartzman only ended up 13th despite setting a 131 as well, which just shows you, Nissani finished less than a second in front of him, and his lap time was a second slower. It just shows you that in this championship it's really hard at times to get past other cars. Before we look at the standings though, let's have a look at these highlights. The only blemish of the race, well, sorry, 1 or 2 blemishes in the race, but this is a bit clumsy. Start wasn't the worst, but the Ruvelers was just better. Rest of the field were a bit further back. I didn't have to worry about them. I tried to cut the inside, but Druveler cut it off and just clumsily hit the back of him. But then away we went. We shot off into the distance as Guan Yu and Enzo Fittipaldi were fighting for 5th. There's my broken carbon fibre. Sato and Lundgaard were fighting into Lesmo 1. That's why we got away. Oh, we're not going to watch the overtake then? Okay. Nothing happened after that. New front wing. All the way up to lap 13, which we're on at the moment, trying to catch Druvler. The highlights are very interested in that bit. And there we go, there's the first overtake on the Red Bull Academy driver. And around the outside, I went 4 wheels over the line there, which is why I kind of led him back through. I'll be honest with you, these are quite dull highlights. I can sort of see what Alex Jakes was on about now. Here we go, on to the final lap, right behind the Indian driver, DRS. Round the outside we go, on the main straight. And we were comfortably clear of him. He won't get him back through. Gap looked a lot closer than it actually was, but let's have a look at these standings then. So we're now 54 points clear of Bobby Schwartzman. Tictum is now in 3rd, he's on 77 points, 3 behind Bobby. For sure down to 4th. Sato's had a good weekend, he's moved up to 5th. And I think everyone now outside of the top 5 is out of the championship, to be honest. Yeah, I think everyone outside. Yeah, I think everyone outside the top 5 is out of it, to be honest. So good luck to them. See what they get up to for the rest of the season. Did Dam score any points? No. The only other driver who's not scored points is the Chad himself, Alessio. But 54 points clear with 2 rounds to go, 4 races in total. And we are 14 points clear in the championship team standings, so pretty good event for us. What about the race director? Was there any incidents? For sure had a collision with Deleda. Deleda had a collision with Lawson, and Sendelli had a mechanical failure. Best pit stop was Samaya, 4.9. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay, what that? It's done by lap. Let's have a look. 4.4 for Nissani. Good lap stop time. It's got pit stop time from this side, 4.4. Let's advance it along. Let's see what the next track's gonna. Is that Singapore? No, that's Saudi Arabia, isn't it? Oh, bully. Saudi Arabia and then Abu Dhabi, won't it? Oh, what a dull way to finish off the season. But apart from that, on that terrible annoyance, thank you very much for watching the stream, as always. I'm Jack TM53 Synopsis, and wherever you might be in the big wide world, have a good one, and see you soon.